Welcome to this demonstration of the Mitel Campaign Manager. Campaign Manager is an application which manages and automates your outbound calls. We will start by looking at the Management Overview screen. The 4 boxes across the screen show a real-time view of the 4 key performance measurements. The first box shows the total number of outbound calls today across all campaigns. The second shows how many of those calls were answered and what that figure is as a percentage of calls made. This is called the connect rate and is a measurement of the quality of the data from which the calls are being made. Next to this shows the number of decision makers or right party contacts achieved. This is an indication of the skill of the agent in getting past the gatekeeper and talking to the right person. In this case, 44% of the 25 answered calls have gone through to a decision maker. And finally, the sale box shows that 18.2% of those decision makers made a buying decision. Managers and team leaders can drill down into any of these statistics to get details of individual campaigns and agents. However, these 4 statistics would indicate to the manager how well the day is progressing. I am now going to show how an agent would log in to Campaign Manager. Campaign Manager is accessed via our sister application, Phone Manager. There is an icon in the top bar that launches this form. The agent screen is set up with result and activity information on the left and actions on the right. In the middle is the screen pop of the database you are working with, which in this instance is Microsoft CRM. As soon as I log in, I get an initial 5 seconds of wrap-up time to prepare, which is counting down. Then Campaign Manager makes the first call. The number has been dialed and the call is answered. The database record pops up onto the screen. The disposition codes are shown on the right-hand side. If this call was greeted by an answering machine, I would click this button here and the call is dropped, and then the next call is made. On the left, you can see any information that has been gathered if this number has been called before, including any notes that have been made. The area in the top left shows individual performance data. You can see that this user has made 43 calls today, spoken to 11 decision makers, and made 2 sales. Going back to my live campaign, the action on this call is to call back in 4 hours. So I terminate the call and Campaign Manager makes the next call for me. You'll see that I get a 10-second wrap-up time with this disposition code which is counting down. And when it gets to 0, the next call is made. Once this next call is connected, I will select Lost Call as the disposition. This means I have spoken to a decision maker, and you'll see that the decision maker contact numbers have increased. Next, I have a call where I make a sale. I clear the call and now have a longer wrap-up time to complete paperwork or other actions. If I complete the paperwork early, I can terminate the wrap-up timer and get on with the next call. On the next call, the decision maker requests that I call them back next Wednesday. My drop-down calendar enables me to enter these details, and it will present the call to me at that time in the future. At this time, I can clear the call, or I can go into the pause mode. This stops the dialer making any more calls for me until I end my paused state. This may be a break, lunch, or to give me a chance to finish any extra paperwork. But I can select my paused reason, so my supervisor knows what I am doing. When I'm ready, I resume my active state and the next call is made. In this instance, I got a sale. So I click the Sale button and clear the call. On the next occasion, I am simply going to clear the call and terminate the wrap-up. Campaign Manager says you can't do that because you have not dispositioned the call. It puts me into an enforced pause state until I enter the code, which in this instance is a lost call. Now you will see that it returns me to the active state and dials the next number. At any time, I can hold and retrieve the call. I can make a consultative call and transfer the caller to another party. This call, I will click Lost Sale and clear the call. And now I can log out and terminate my session. All the statistics have been updated on the agent's desktop and also on the supervisor's screen, so that everyone is kept in constant touch with what is happening in the business. I trust this short video has helped you understand how Campaign Manager works. Thank you for watching.